Evening, everybody. How we doing? I know I am a couple minutes early, so I will kind of wait for people to start coming in, getting Facebook updates. Perfect. So I'll wait till I see some folks in chat before I go any farther. Here we go. Looks like we got a couple coming in now. I know I am a couple minutes late. All right, so for those that are here already, so just want to do a quick stream tonight just to kind of go over some ideas I have for upcoming content. I just want to get this in before we hop over to Charles' channel and do the thing over there. So as you guys know, I'm planning the $30 bourbon battle bracket, whatever. No, official title is still pending. And I was kind of working out the schedule for that over last weekend, and it didn't really look like I was going to finish it by the end of the year. So I was thinking about postponing it a little bit and getting in some other stuff in the meantime. Who do we have in chat? It says we got one person viewing. If you're here, say hi. Because I really wanted to run this by the guys that are always on the streams, always commenting, always, liking the videos. You guys are always the first one to, leave comments on the videos. And so I really appreciate all that stuff. So wanted to run these ideas by you guys and see what you thought, because in the end, these videos are for you guys. I like making them, but I want to see what you guys think about all this. So, all right, what's up, Other Sean? Good to have you here, man. I know as I said at the beginning, I know I'm a few minutes early here, so I understand we'll wait for a couple others to come in. So just kind of repeating myself. Well, actually, I'll wait a couple. In the meantime, what I will do is pop this guy right here, which, by the way, this will be there we go. This will be the review for tomorrow. Maker's Mark FAE-02. Yeah, there we go. So come on camera. Let's focus up there. Cool. Yeah, so I'm not going to review it right now because the review comes out tomorrow, but I am enjoying it so far. Curious if you guys have found one, what your guys' thoughts are, if you have found one, what prices you're seeing on it. I know here it's basically the same price as the Maker's 46 cast strength. So curious if you guys are seeing it yet, if it's only hit Kentucky yet, just kind of curious to see what your guys' experience is so far. I'm going to take my first sip for the night. It's good stuff. And thanks for joining us again, Sean. Appreciate it. Always happy to see familiar faces. So far, there's a lot of you guys that are showing up every week, so really appreciate that. It's fun having you guys here. I'm sure Hanging AZ and hopefully Still Living in the Woods and a few others will be popping in here soon. But until then, let me repeat myself. So had planned to try and finish up the $30-ish bourbon battle bracket thing by the end of the year, but I was kind of scheduling it out. I still got a lot of reviews to do to get all those done, and then just doing the bracket, which I have here somewhere. Anyway, that's 20 bottles to break down into the brackets and then work down to the final four. And that would be, let's see, it was going to be 4, 6, 7 videos. So that in itself is, let's see, 3.5 weeks of video. So it wasn't going to happen before the end of the year, which is what my original plan was. So I thought to myself, well, since I can't do it by end of the year, I thought maybe I could get some other stuff out for you guys that might be interesting, such as maybe a whiskey gift video, like not just what whiskeys to give, but maybe other things to give for whiskey lovers, things of that sort. You know, and how to give gifts to different levels of whiskey enthusiasts, whether that be a beginner, a whiskey guy like myself, who's definitely an enthusiast, or maybe, you know, various categories like that. What's up, Hanging AZ? How we doing, my friend? Good to see you. Glad you made it. Hey, you know, Hanging AZ, if you don't mind, if you don't want to give your name, then that's cool. But what is your name? And if you've given it before and I forgot, then I apologize. But I'd rather get to know you guys on first name basis, if that's all right. In the meantime, as I was saying, Hanging AZ, probably going to push back the $30-ish bourbon bracket a little bit, just because it was not going to work out to finish it up by the end of the year, which was the original plan. Not too much, but I got something like 15 videos to get out to finish that up. And it wasn't going to happen before the end of the year. So wanted to get some other content. Okay. Good to meet you officially, John. Thank you. So John, we got John, Sean, and Sean. That's easy enough. So what I thought I might do instead, since I don't have to really cram it in before the end of the year, is get out a gift video, like what gifts to give whiskey lovers, or maybe people you're trying to get into whiskey, whiskey beginners, maybe just people that you want to force into whiskey. Because I think there's more people that, not that we need more competition in buying our bourbon, but it's always fun to get more people into whiskey. So I thought I would do kind of a whiskey gift video. Also thought about getting the bottle and bond battle, like budget bottle and bond battle out, since I'm not on such a tight schedule now. And then also had considered doing, like, remember last year, everybody was putting out the only 5 bottles of bourbon you need. You know, it was based on some Reddit post. I was thinking about doing a video, something like that, but kind of my own style, not necessarily the official Reddit list. So I was curious what you guys thought about those ideas. So the kind of the gift video, the bottle and bond battle, and then, you know, maybe the only five bottles you got to have, only 5 bottles you need, something along those lines. All right, so we got John sipping on some old Granddad bottle and bond. All right, glad you're enjoying that. And then we got, oh, there we go. Then we got Sean, just poured first drink of the night myself. Glenmorangie La Santa. I've never had that Glenmorangie, but it sounds good. Liking the bibs. Gift video would be solid. Okay, cool. And definitely looking, so okay, so those all sound like good ideas. Definitely looking forward to the bib battle, and gift video would be solid. Okay, cool. Well, glad you guys like those ideas. So I'm probably gonna start filming those over the weekend. And oh, gee, I see. I had to think about that for a second. Yes, cheap bibs are the stuff. I mean, really, you're getting such a great value there, because it's guaranteed 4 years old. It's been taken care of exquisitely because of all the laws it's under. So yeah, it's budget bibs are always a good buy. Plus, this is a chance to compare the new bottle of Early Times, which is, you know, if you're fans of the channel, then you know how I feel about it. I think it is absolutely different. Compare the new bottle of Early Times to Evan Williams Bottle and Bond Old Granddad Bottle and Bond, and I haven't decided on the third. Maybe Old Tub. Old Granddad was $17. Come on. Yeah, you know, I wish it were that much here. Like, because then it would be the same price as Evan Williams Bottle and Bond, and that would make the competition even closer than it already is. Right now, it's about $6 more here, which isn't a lot, to be fair, but it is a little bit more. And Hang AZ, not sure if you caught it. I think you came in just a little bit after that. This is what I'm drinking tonight, and this is the review for tomorrow. So that will be out tomorrow morning. Oh, there you go. I like that idea, Other Sean. Mellow Corn Bottle and Bond in the battle. Yes, I think we need to make that a thing. Well, the only thing, though, that's not a bourbon. It's technically a corn whiskey, actually. So I don't know. Maybe I'll think about that. Yeah, I will definitely. Well, I flashed the bottle too fast. Okay, sorry about that, buddy. So let's see. Come on, focus camera. Can you see it there? The glare is killing it. FAE-02 Maker's Mark. That is the review for tomorrow, and that is what I'm sipping on right now. So I'll definitely get the review out, Other Sean, but yeah, I don't know that I can put that in the budget Bottle and Bond bourbon battle just because it's not technically a bourbon. But what does my shirt say? Okay, well, nobody get offended. I sexually identify as an attack helicopter. So I don't know. During, this is probably a year ago when everybody was going crazy over, all these new identifications and pronouns and all that nonsense. There was a chick on YouTube that basically was joking about that, and she was talking to a transgender person and made the joke that she sexually identified as an attack helicopter, and how ridiculous that was compared to, all the things that people are identifying as today. So they're all equally ridiculous. And then it became so popular that there's shirts of it now, and I had to get one because I thought it was hilarious. So, it looks like we lost a viewer because of that. Oh, well. But see, that's exactly the problem right there. Now, I can't say for sure that the person that was watching left because of my shirt. But, if they did, I think that's exactly the problem with society right now. I swear, nobody can take a joke. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not going to harp on that, though. But this is one of my favorite shirts. I love walking through Walmart with it because people just give you the funniest stares. Anyway, so how have you guys been? What do you think about everything that's been going on this week? I'm glad you like the video ideas. There's a couple others I'm thinking about. Another one I was considering is doing, this would be like more of like a series, is essentially it would be like this. What can Buffalo Trace beat, or what can Blanton's beat? And the reason I say it that way is because I feel like both of those bourbons are good, but I don't think they're so good that they just blow away everything else in those price ranges. So I think there's a lot of bottles that beat those. So I was thinking about doing like a ongoing series, like we put Buffalo Trace up against something else that's around $30 and see if it wins. Of course, Buffalo Trace will be in the $30 thing. So I was thinking more like doing Blanton's or Eagle Rare, something that people go crazy for on the forums, and just, do them blind and see what wins. And maybe do one of those a month, have like a series going. And I have a feeling it would be loss after loss after loss for like Blanton's and Eagle Rare. What is it? We got Adolf Hitler, Nazi party kill all Jews forever. Okay, cool. I'm going to put user in timeout. And then I'm going to block user. So bye, buddy. Anyway, good times though. I swear. It's funny that he chooses such a racist name and then is upset with me, I guess, because of my shirt. I don't even know why. I actually don't even care, but it's funny anyway. All right, so Rittenhouse is going free. Probably so. I mean, the thing is, at most, they should have charged him for having a gun underage, which, given what the law is in the state he lives in, that may not even be a charge. So it's kind of murky. But that would be the only charge that has any substance to it. And I am not too interested under 100 in the winter. Sorry, AZ. I'm sure you were referring to something I said. I can't think what it is. And then agree, Buffalo Trace products are good but overhyped. Yeah, I would agree with that. Oh, 100 proof. Okay, I got you. Yes. Yeah, you want something warm in the wintertime for sure. You know, I got to say, like, trolls don't bother me, though. Like, I could have let that guy go. I just didn't want a bunch of racist bullcrap or whatever he was going to be up to being in the chat. So I just figured I'd stomp it out real quick. But, you know, whatever. Adolf Hitler, Nazi party, kill all Jews forever guy. I swear, some people. Hey, what is up? We got OJ for hire back in the chat. Missed you last week, buddy, but glad you're here. Hang AZ. I like Buffalo Trace if I can find it for 20. This is not that kind of party. So, yeah, for sure. Hey, fellas. Yeah, so OJ, just going to run it back real quick. So what we're discussing tonight is, I don't know if you knew, but what I was planning to do is try and finish out the $30-ish bourbon battle bracket thing I had planned by the end of the year. But I have about 12 to 15 videos to get out to get that done. That just wasn't going to happen before the end of the year. So instead of trying to cram it all in, I thought I'm just going to postpone that a little bit, get some other videos out, such as like a gift giving video, like whiskey gift giving. So things for whiskey lovers, particular bottles, you know, the kind of bottles you want to get for particular people, events, on and on. And for those people that are like me that collect whiskey, what to get a person like me, what to get a beginner, so on and so on. So that was one idea I had to want to get out before the end of the year. Another one was the budget bottle and bond battle. That's something we've talked about on the stream quite a bit. And I think I want to get that out before the end of the year as well. And then also something like the video that was circulating last year, the only 5 bottles of bourbon you need, or, you know, that was done by Reddit. I didn't necessarily agree with the categories that Reddit put out, so I'm going to put my own twist on that and put out a video, something like that, like 5 bottles you got to have kind of thing. There's cool deals and gift packs out. Yeah, so there are lots of different gift packs out right now because of the time of year. And if you guys see them, especially if it's a bourbon you enjoy, or even if it's something you haven't tried, I always buy the gift boxes, especially if it's free rocks glasses, because you can always use more glasses, and it's usually the same price as the bourbon on its own. So why wouldn't you? And then sometimes you get, you know, like the big ice cube maker things, or I think in the Four Roses, you get that fancy rose ice thing. So lots of cool gift boxes out right now. I'm actually waiting on a local store. Supposed to be getting gift boxes of Knob Creek 15 year coming out. I don't know what the item is that will be coming with the Knob Creek 15 year, but looking forward to that. And of course, that will be a review on the channel when I do get it. Store is supposed to call me whenever that comes in. So looking forward to that. How many other budget bibs are there? So that's the thing is, so AZ, I was thinking the same thing when I was thinking about this idea. And so I think this weekend, when I have a little bit of time, I'm going to go by the local stores and just kind of see what's in the same price range that is Bottle and Bond that I think would be good competition. Yeah, and hopefully we can find another solid choice to put in there. Because I mean, I think really Evan Williams Bottle and Bond or Old Grenadine Bottle and Bond will probably win, because I don't care for the new bottle of Early Times Bottle and Bond. I don't think it's not the same quality that it used to be, in my opinion, unfortunately. So yeah, I'll have to see what's another, like the fourth competitor, what that will be. Yeah, I think we all do. So far, now I have a slight obsession with rocks glasses. You know, and when I'm not shooting, that's typically what I'm drinking out of is a rocks glass or one of these, which is essentially like a Libby's glass. It's like a big Glencairn. And so I have like Knob Creek rocks glasses. I got Maker's Mark rocks glasses. I got, what else do I have? I don't have Wild Turkey. I have some Jim Beams. I have some Jack Daniels. I don't know. I got a pretty good collection going. I always love glasses. Good to have on the bar. They're just cooler than regular rocks glasses. Those glasses make it much better, for sure. Name brand glasses are just better. I have a friend who makes mini terrariums. He wants all my empty bourbon bottles. So that's another thing that I'm going to suggest. I'm actually in the process of making some, is turning old bourbon bottles into cups. That's something I'm working on. I'm just trying to find ways to do it where it cuts the glass evenly. I've seen a lot of cool ideas online, and I think those would be cool gifts if you have the talents to do that, especially if you have cool empty bourbon bottles. Budget rye would be better, I think. Now, OJ, I'm sorry, I'm not sure what you're referring to on that. Like a budget rye video? That's definitely something I can do. So we kind of did that on a live stream a while ago, but I never put out an official like review, comparison, whiskey war, whatever you want to call it. So I can definitely do that. Some of the guys have already seen that because it was on a live, but that was like a month ago, and I probably do need to go ahead and do that. Let's see here. OGD is good, but I still think I prefer 114. Yeah, I would agree. It is a few bucks more, but I think it's worth every penny. Yeah, so here's my thing on Glens, is that unfortunately, from my experience, they do help you, especially nose the whiskey. So when you're doing a review, you kind of need all the help you can get to, you know, kind of pick up the nuances of the whiskey. So I think they're kind of dainty and stupid looking, and they're kind of a pain in the butt to drink out of. I don't really care for them as a drinking apparatus, but they do help you pick out different stuff in the whiskey. So it is what it is. You know, and also that's kind of like become the standard. Personally, I love these glasses a lot better. They're a lot easier to drink out of. They work nearly as well as a Glen, and yeah, they're just easier to hold. Like the Glens are so awkward to hold. This fits in my hand better, especially if you have big hands. The Glens feel awkward, so your hand's always like this. It's just it's kind of a pain in the butt. Budget rye shootout. All right, well, so then it looks like that is in demand. So that's another one I'll try and get out for the end of the year. Yes, video. Okay, so yeah, definitely I'll try and work on that for you guys. So I think based on the live stream bourbon battle or rye battle we did, I think I'm going to kick Elijah Craig rye out of that because it just didn't even compete. So I think I'm going to have to find another budget rye and put that in the mix just to kind of change it up a little. Still not tried rye besides Redemption. Need to find a Wild Turkey rye with some free glasses. Yeah, that would be great. So I think Wild Turkey rye and some of the, not every time, but some of the Old Forester ryes are some of my favorites right now. But I'm going to start looking around for some other options. Yeah. Cowboys never drank out of Glens around the campfire. That is for sure. Man, you know, so I may start changing that. I've been thinking about it for a while, and I may start doing reviews out of other glasses just because I really don't like Glens. I mean, like I said, they serve a purpose, like especially when you're doing a whiskey war and you're trying to pick out the differences between different whiskeys. You kind of need a Glen. I mean, you can do it in a rocks glass, but it's definitely more difficult because you just don't get all the different little nosing notes that you do out of a rocks glass. I mean, other way around. Yeah, so I think Rittenhouse is going to have to be in there because from memory, it's been a while since I've had it, but I like that better than Elijah Craig rye. You know, I think, and I would say that you're right. It really seems like Elijah Craig. There's just not much going on there. It's kind of boring. It's not really bad. It's just like, yeah, okay, that's a whiskey. So yeah, kind of disappointing. So most ryes are younger and cheaper than bourbons. I would agree with you on the younger part, but I mean, so for instance, it depends because like rare breed rye is more expensive than the bourbon. Actually, all of the ryes coming out of Wild Turkey are more expensive than the bourbon equivalent. Like for instance, Wild Turkey rye is more, at least here anyway, than like 101 bourbon. And the same is true of Old Forester rye. Old Forester rye is a few dollars more than say Old Forester 100. So I guess it depends on the company. That might be true of some. Actually, I think Bullet rye is a little more than Bullet bourbon. Redemption rye was good. All right. What's the price point on that? I'll have to look for that. So, and you're also saying that you don't like the licorice note. I'm with you on that. So yeah, any rye that has a strong licorice note is pretty much out for me. That's not my profile at all. So that's kind of a immediate, you're going to lose. It's all Heaven Hill juice. Yes, it is. Wild Turkey rye is cheaper here in DFW. Okay, interesting. So I guess that may be just like a regional thing. I don't know. But here, usually the ryes are higher. So that's interesting that they change across state lines and such. Old Forester rye is outstanding. Yeah, love it. Top two, I would say right now of budget ryes. Granted, I've only tried maybe 6 or 7 budget ryes, but top two for me, for sure. I would say Wild Turkey, 101 rye, and then Old Forester rye are probably my 2 favorites. And depending on the mood I'm in, those I go back and forth on those. But I want to get some more kind of competition. I think I'll probably kick out the Bullet and the Elijah Craig rye because I didn't really care for either one of those. And maybe put in the Rittenhouse and I'll have to maybe the Redemption as well. See how that goes. Really? Okay, so that's quite a bit of difference. It's so here it's like those prices are like the opposite. It's like flipped around. Here, let's see, Wild Turkey 101 bourbon is like 21 and the rye is like 24. Yeah, I would say that's probably true, John. I mean, Kentucky has some of the worst liquor taxes in the nation because people are so. There's still so many people here that are against alcohol. And I get it. That alcohol can be a bad thing for sure if it's not kept under control. But just keep it under control. And also, there's so-called religious reasons. But we discussed that last week. Jesus' first miracle was wine, people. Get over it. Pikesville, baby. Yeah, Pikesville is a monster of a rye. It's not a budget rye by any means, but that is a killer rye. Rye seem to be $5 cheaper here. Well, I know one thing, AC. If I ever get over to Arizona, I'm going to have to bring some money because there's apparently a lot of things that are cheaper there, which doesn't make any sense since it's all made here and then it has to be shipped like, I don't know how many 100 miles that is, but it's got to be a few hundred. And somehow it's cheaper in your state than the state it's made in. That always is amazing to me, but I know that most of the cost of whiskey is because of the taxes. And I know that liquor tax here in Kentucky is terrible. So I'm sure it's related to that. Bevmo is a rip here, but 17 for OGD. Plus my cheap heart. Yeah, man. So that's a fun subject for the evening. What is everybody's favorite budget bottle right now? So like what's your go-to budget bottle? What are you guys sipping on regularly? Or maybe you don't. Maybe you're always changing it up. So but what are bottles you're always looking out for? Always looking for deals on, that kind of stuff. If you come out, I will take you on a run. Well, I got to warn you, John. If you take me bourbon hunting, it's an all-day thing. I had actually my neighbor, which is, what is it? It's like ASP3. Adam, my neighbor, he's been on stream a few times. Yeah, I took him bourbon hunting one day, and yeah, we were in Lexington all day. We got there at like 9:30 a.m. and we didn't leave till like 7:30. Yeah, I spend a lot of time hunting bourbon. Too much, probably. I get Pikesville for 41 OKC. Man, that is a deal. I think the cheapest I see it around here is like 45, and you have to search for it for that. Usually it's 50. Early Times Bib. Okay, so since you are a fan, OJ for Hire, what are your thoughts? Do you feel like it has changed? My palate says yes. My palate says that since the new bottles have come out, there is a different flavor profile that has come with it. My theory is because I went back and forth with guys online and emailed the distillery and all this kind of stuff, and they're saying that it's the same. Because of course they bought the barrels from Brown-Forman because it's bottle and bond. They can't, there's strict stipulations. But one thing that is not stipulated in the bottle and bond rules is who's blending it and how it's being blended. And my theory is that what's happened is that the person that's blending it is not the same person anymore since 1792 has taken over. Obviously, it wouldn't make any sense for a Brown-Forman employee to still be blending the distillate for 1792. Not saying that's impossible, but it doesn't seem likely. And so I think that is what's caused the flavor shift that I'm getting on the Early Times Bottle and Bond, because that used to be my favorite bottle and bond by far. And now it's just, to me, it's more like the 1792 small batch, which is okay. I'm not saying it's terrible, but it's not the same to me. Okay, so Wild Turkey 101 is still my favorite, but Old Forester 100, Evan Williams, and OGD Bib have made the rotation. Yeah, for sure. Those are all great bottles. Man, Old Forester 100 was my go-to for a long, long time. Like, I don't know, 6 months at one point. Yeah, And then I kind of got tired of it because I was drinking it so much. But yeah, I love that bottle. And of course, you all know how I feel about Evan Williams Bottle and Bond. OGD Bib is growing on me for sure. And Wild Turkey 101 is always a staple in my house. Always have a bottle. Weird thing here, my rare breed was 52, but I hear other people are getting it for 40 in other states. Yeah, so here it's about 45 in Kentucky. If you go to the right places, you can get rare breed for 45. And I always have a couple bottles because they are, well, are they single barrels? Now I'm second guessing myself. It seems like they are. I'm pretty sure they are. My mind's not working great tonight, I guess. I think it's a single barrel though. If it's not, it's a true small batch if it isn't a single barrel. And there are batch numbers on them, so I always try and buy new batches each time I get a rare breed. I've not tried the new yet. I bunkered 14. Oh, well, lucky you. I only have 2 of the old bottles, but I should have bought more. But yeah, if you find a new bottle, and I had put a video out on this and I took it down, but the new bottle, just for any of those that don't know, the glass on the back has a notch, and that's from the notch in the glass is from the new bottling system that 1792 is using. So if you see the notch in the glass on the back, that is from the 1792 bottling process, which means it is them bottling it, which, again, my theory is that the person blending it is not the same person anymore, and so thus the change in palate. I can't find ET Bib here anywhere. You know, so apparently that is an issue out west because Fun with Whiskey was saying the same thing. He has a hard time finding it. He said he has yet to even try it. So I don't know what's going on there. I thought that was a readily available bottle. It's like everywhere here, but apparently it's only like regional or something. Not sure on that. Go-to budgets for me would be Evan Williams. I also enjoy cheap scotches like Clan McGregor. Is that a thing? I've never heard of that ever. Even though most people hate it. Clan McGregor. I don't know if I've ever seen that. I'll have to keep my eye out for that. Yeah, so yeah, I'm curious to get your thoughts on that, OJ for Hire, because I did a review on that, and then since I've taken it down because so many people were like, "Oh, it's the same stuff," and I got emails from this guy that works at the distillery supposedly, and he actually emailed them to me, copied me in, and and 1792 like officially said it's the same juice. They haven't changed anything. It's all the same stuff that they bought from Brown-Forman. So I didn't want to be spreading false information, but my palate still says that it's different. I found a major sale on Jack Daniel's single barrel for 40. Is it worth it? Now, do you mean just standard single barrel, or do you mean single barrel proof? Because those are 2 completely different things. If you mean just single barrel, my thought is it's just okay. Like it's fine. Like if you're a big Jack Daniel's fan, then I would say it's a couple steps above regular Jack. But if you mean Jack Daniel's single barrel proof, then that is a buy for sure. I would buy all of them they had at $40. I'd buy every single one on the shelf. But curious what chat thinks about that. If it is just the standard single barrel, what are your thoughts, chat? What do you think, guys? Is that a buy? Jack Daniel's single barrel for 40? Yeah, I would agree. That's one I'm saving that review for next St. Patrick's Day or around that time period. I'm going to do a proper 12 as well as a few other Irishes come March. But yeah, proper 12, man. I don't know how it got so popular. Oh, I mean, I know how, because Conor McGregor just, marketing, as always, marketing can sell anything, even complete garbage. 1792 Bib. Anybody try it? No, I have not, because I've never seen a bottle ever in my life. And remember what I said earlier. I hunt bourbon like crazy, and I've never seen a single bottle. Not even like a ridiculous price. I've just never seen one. You got busted in the balls behind that? I'm sorry, I'm missing the context, OJ for hire. You mean, are you referring to my video on the early times bottle and bond? Yeah, if that's what you're referring to, then yeah, I kind of did. I mean, I'm not really embarrassed about it because I still trust my palate, and I say that that is a different blend. Something's different for sure. I think it was the barrel proof. Yeah, if it was the barrel proof, John, then I would definitely buy them all. Okay, it was previously 60. So that sounds right then, because around here, Jack Daniel's single barrel proof is around 60, 65. So if they're marked down to 40, I would buy them, especially if you like barrel proof bourbons. To me, Jack Daniel's single barrel proof is like strawberry jelly and peanut butter and caramel and brown sugar. It's awesome. There is definitely kind of a peanut quality, so some people don't like that, but I think Jack Daniel's single barrel proof is amazing. Everybody should own at least one bottle, if not multiples. You don't like Jack, so that's the thing is, I mean, if you've never seen my Jack Daniel's review, it's not positive. I do not like Old Number 7 at all. I think it's overrated. I don't understand why it's the best-selling bourbon, whiskey in America. I think people should venture out and try other stuff because it's like $25 a bottle here in Kentucky, and for that price, you could get Wild Turkey 101 or Old Forester 100, Evan Williams Bottle and Bond. The old bottle of Early Times Bottle and Bond just destroys Jack Old Number 7. So yeah, but the Jack Daniel's single barrel proof is awesome. Like it's nothing like Old Number 7. Like the flavor profile is completely different. Yeah. So I definitely did rehashing that. Oh yeah, good times. But I still stand by it, man. Like I said, pick up a new bottle and you compare them blind. Mix them around, have your wife do it, girlfriend, whatever the case. I'm curious to see what you think, especially since that's your go-to and you're a fan like I used to be. I know that you know what the profile should be like. And I bet as soon as you take the first sip of the new bottle, you're going to be like, what the hell is this? Because that's exactly how I reacted. And actually, so here's how it happened. It kind of happened organically. When I tried the new bottle, I didn't even realize that I had the new bottle. I tried it and I was like, what in the heck is going on with this bottle? Because it was nothing like the Brown-Forman profile. I mean, so, it'd be like if you poured 1792 small batch and Old Forester 100, they're completely different. So, so the idea that it's the same stuff. I mean, I understand that's bottle and bond. There's rules and stipulations, but I bet anything the person that's blending it is not the same. And they're trying to blend it more like a 1792 blend. Want to give JD SBBP a try soon. Can get a pint here for $27.50, so not too big of an investment. Yeah, especially, again, like I said, if you like barrel proofs, it's a good one. Very good barrel proof. And yes, Old Number 7 is really overpriced for it's one of my least favorite whiskeys. So for $25, there's so many better options. Oh, okay. So yeah, that's just the standard single barrel. Single select personal collection. I'm trying to think what that bottle even looks like. Is that just the regular single barrel? Like I know that Eric Church had his name on one of those. There's so many celebrities that have their name on Jack Daniel that Jack just keeps pumping out these various like celebrity named Jack Daniel's bottles that are the same crap, just repackaged. So yeah. The thing is, I I like Eric Church. I think he's a pretty all right guy, but somebody needs to educate him on whiskey or something. I don't know. Because the Jack Daniel's single barrel is just, it's all right. I could definitely live without it. I will definitely look for one and let you know. Yeah, I'm really curious, man. I would love to get your input on that because I'm pretty sure you're going to have the same experience as me. I have a feeling. I mean, because if you are a fan and if you have 14 bottles of it, then clearly you've been drinking it for a while. So I think you're going to notice an immediate difference. Don't know much about JD. So I hate talking a lot of crap about JD because Jack Daniel's supports my favorite distillery, which is Old Forester, because Brown-Forman owns Jack Daniel's. So for that reason, I like to support Jack Daniel's anytime I can because I know the money gets put into Brown-Forman, which I always like their products. So, so for that reason, if there's a Jack Daniel's product that I can buy that I enjoy, I will do it. But I'm never going to give a false review just because of that. So, put out a product that's good. And the thing is that Jack Daniel's, their barrel proofs are awesome. Like the rye that Fun with Whiskey sent me was amazing. The single barrel proof is awesome. I had some of the Sinatra Select from a buddy. That was pretty good. I wouldn't say it blew me away, but it was definitely better than the regular single barrel. So there is some good stuff out there from Jack Daniel's. It's just they're like more budget-friendly stuff. I don't like it all. So that's kind of where I'm at on that. Anybody try Winchester bourbon? I have not. I don't like all those they seem kind of gimmicky to me. Whether it be like Old West names, like what is something like Jesse James and all that kind of crap. I don't know. Maybe some of those are good, but I feel like it's just kind of gimmicky. Like, this is Old West kind of style bourbon, and then it's usually just like some sourced garbage from like Dickel. It's like 2-year-old Dickel or something is what it actually is, or something like that. But I don't know anything about Winchester bourbon, so I can't really speak to that officially. But real quick, while I have you guys, so at 9:30, I'm going to hop over to Fun with Whiskey because it is technically his night to stream. But before we head over there, are there any other things that you guys would like to see? So just rehashing, going to do the gift giving for whiskey lovers kind of video. Going to do the bottle and bond battle. Going to do the rye battle. Going to do the 5 whiskeys you can't live without kind of video. And of course, going to finish up the $30-ish bourbon battle bracket here in the near future as well. But are there any other videos you guys have been waiting for? Maybe reviews that you're hoping to see soon? Any other ideas like that you guys would like to see in the near future before we head on over to Fun with Whiskey? Yeah, Lead Slingers is out of more. Okay. All right. Cool. My grandfather had an old bottle of bourbon that came in John Wayne statue. Wonder what the hell that was. Yeah, that's a good question. Who knows? So sometimes those kind of gimmicky things are good. Like, for instance, the Old Crow chest piece set is like legendary bourbon. Like if you ever find one unopened, you kind of found like one of the holy grails of bourbon. So sometimes like those kind of gimmicky things can be cool. And there can be amazing bourbon inside. It's just that that's not always true. So I'm always kind of wary, especially in the modern day. I'm wary of that because there's so much marketing that gets put into stuff now. And so, yeah, it's hard to know if you're getting something good or just crap and it's just all marketing. Like, I feel that way about blends. Like, I feel like if there wasn't all this marketing around Blanton's, it would be a $40 to $50 bottle, and nobody would really pay attention to it. Like if it were in a standard bourbon bottle, and it wasn't the first single barrel ever, and Elmer T. Lee didn't put it out. It was just some other master distiller that nobody cared about. Nobody would care about Blanton's because it's like the distillate inside is fine, but it's not like amazing. I'm always blown away by, if you guys go on like Reddit or Facebook, there's just endless posts about Blanton's, people finding Blanton's, the price they paid, how much should they pay for it, did I get a good deal, what are your thoughts on Blanton's? It's just like an endless Blanton's discussion. So I don't know if you guys are having that same experience, but the Blanton's hype is just unreal. Have you tried Alberta Premium Cask Strength? So I have not. Had a buddy that was asking me about that just like this week. He said he picked up a bottle. Haven't got over to his house yet, though, so I have not tried it, but plan to in the near future. So may have an answer for you in the next week or so on that. Okay, so yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I would have a pretty good list on that. Maybe a video on the top popular whiskeys that aren't worth it. Yeah, there'd be, spoiler, here we go. We got Fun with Whiskey popping in. So I know it's about that time. So yeah, I will have to, if I can't get over to my buddies, I will have to buy one myself and keep you guys updated. I found a mini Blanton's for $15.99. 50 milliliter for $16. You like most 50 mils are like $1 or $2. That is insanity. See, that's exactly the crap I'm talking about. No 50 mil should be $16, especially not Blanton's. Like if you found a William LaRue Weller 50 mil for $16, I'd be like, okay, fine. Or like a Pappy 15 year, something that's actually good, but not Blanton's. You've got to be freaking kidding me with that bull crap. All right, so the Alberta Premium, I'm going to have to look out for that one. OJ for Hire, definitely, especially since my man Charles is saying it's great as well. Hit the likes. Yes, appreciate that, John. Yes, hit those likes. Appreciate it very much, guys. And thank you. We're up to 8 now. So as I said earlier, guys, we're heading over to Fun with Whiskey. So everybody join us over there. And if you're not subscribed to my man Charles, then please subscribe because we switch back and forth doing the streaming thing, having great discussions. So we'll wrap up here in just a few minutes so we can get over there. Let's see here. Yo, Chuck. I'm not a fan of Blanton's. I'm with Charles on this. Like it's fine. Like I'm just neutral on Blanton's. Like it's bourbon. Like that's kind of my thought on Blanton's. It's a bourbon that I tried and that's it. Much respect to all. Yes. All right, guys. So I'm going to go ahead. Well, let's see. I got one more comment here after I'm going to buy one and send it to you, Sean. Don't worry, I got a bottle of Blanton's, buddy. So please do not spend your money on a $16 50 mil. Don't waste your money. And don't support the stupid hype around it. Spend your money on anything else, please. All right, so again, Charles is a lover of the Alberta Premium, so I'm going to have to get myself a bottle. Going to have to do it. It's going to have to happen. So we'll throw that in the mix as well of stuff to get out for the end of the year. So you guys give me a lot of great ideas, and I'm glad you guys are liking the ideas I put out. Like I said, let's go ahead and wrap up here and head on over to Charles' channel, and I will see you guys over there. So I want to get out, with a few minutes to spare, so that way we can get set up and get his stream rolling on time. So thank you guys. Thank you everybody that came out tonight. Thank you for all the suggestions. Thanks for all the helpful input. Really appreciate you guys showing up week after week. Means a lot. Always good to see familiar faces. And, you know, I mean, the whole thing about tonight is I want to reach out to the guys that are actually paying attention. And I say guys because most of my viewers are guys, but if there's ladies out there, appreciate you guys too. But I mean, you are the guys that are always commenting. You're always liking the videos. You know, you're always the first to watch the videos and comment on them and hit that like button. So I appreciate you guys so much. I didn't think that the channel would take off as fast as it has. So I really, really appreciate you guys. So I just want to say thank you and thanks for all the input tonight. Let's go ahead on over to Fun with Whiskey and support my man, Charles. All right. I'll see you guys over there. Thank you again and good night for this stream. We'll see you next Friday. Oh, yeah, real quick. It was funny how small it was, even at a topper. I swear, man. The Blantons. Nice. It's because you're great. Thank you, Charles. Appreciate it. All right, guys, we got 6 minutes before it's time to get the thing started over at Charles' channel. So let's go ahead and do that. I will sign off here and see you guys there. Good night, folks.